Hello Woodcrest families, this is Principal Purnell and welcome to the Woodcrest Weekly. Expression. Please work on the following activities with your child the week of April 27th through May 1st. Send pictures of the completed work to your classroom teachers on Class Dojo. Over the next few weeks, all of our Woodcrest stars will have different platforms available virtually to interface with teachers. Our K-3 teachers have access to Zoom, Google Classroom, and iReady. Listed below are a few features within those tools. Our 4th through 5th grade students will have 3 tools available as well. Those tools include Zoom, Google Classroom, and Study Island. Click on the link below in the description box and there is a brief video tutorial of Zoom, Google Classroom, iReady, and Study Island. Task 1. Take time to review the 3 tutorials below for the tools your child will be accessing for the remainder of the school year. Listed in the description box are tutorials for Zoom, Google Classroom, iReady, and Study Island. If your child is having any problems accessing any of these tools, please reach out to your child's teacher on our Class Dojo. Task 2. Right around the room. Go to your favorite room in your house. Now that we are back at school, although different, it's exciting. Over the next few weeks, we're going to explore poetry. Poetry in its own way is a form of artistic expression. But did you know there are over 50 different types of poetry? At school, we typically focus on 10 common types of poetry. However, this week, we are laser focused on 2 types of poetry, haiku and free verse. Free verse is a popular style of modern poetry, and as its name suggests, there's a fair amount of freedom when it comes to writing a poem like this. You can rhyme or not. It can be about anything you like. So while free verse may sound simple enough, the lack of rules makes its form of poetry tricky to master. Traditionally, haiku poems are 3-line stanzas with a 5-7-5 syllable count. This form of poetry also focuses on the beauty and simplicity found in nature. As its popularity grew, the 5-7-5 formula has often been broken. However, the focus remains the same: simple moments in life. Free verse poem. Don't forget, a free verse poem can be any style, any rhythm, about anything. Use the examples below if you need additional help. Haiku. The example below is listed in red. If you need additional support, please use the guide to help you. Task 3. Let's count. Kindergarten, 1st grade. Now, let's use that poetry to try some math. Count all the letters from the poem you created. How many letters were in the poem you created? Now, identify the number in the ones place. Now, let's look at the number again. Identify the number in the tens place. Using the number of letters from your poem, add 54 more. How many do you have now? Now let's use the poetry to try some math. Count all the letters from the poem you created. How many letters do you have in all? How many do you have in your second row? Use the information above to create 5 addition and multiplication facts. Record your answer. Can you subtract the total letters you have from the total letters in the second row? Use the information from the letters you have. Now calculate 1/2. 4th and 5th grade. Now let's use that poetry to try some math. Count all the letters from the poem you created. How many letters do you have? In all. Mrs. Pennell wrote a 520-page story about the 5th grade class at Woodcrest. Each page contains 20 sentences. She is taking them to the editor to be printed. She needs them back by 1:30 on June 3rd. He is charging Mrs. Pennell 7 cents per page. Mrs. Pennell has $200. She would like to print 72 copies of the story for the 5th grade students at Woodcrest. After 1 week, the editor calls and tells Mrs. Pennell she can have the book printed, but he will need 3/4 more money for the book to be printed. Think about all you'll need to know to solve. Share your answer. Task 4. Get moving. Use the total from the lines of your poem. If you wrote less than 3, you will need to double it for this activity. Complete the following: burpees, take a walk, push up, planks. Task 5. Reading together. Click on the link and listen along to a story with Mrs. Pubal. Task 6. It's all about you. Number 1. Tell an adult about a time you felt sad or what you did to feel better. Number 2. Take 5 minutes to clear your mind. Think about any questions you might ask Miss Claire during your lesson this week. Task 7. Creation Station. Design a piece of artwork that represents the poem you wrote. Show Mrs. Bernardi your finished product. Number 2. Create your own moves and share a video with Mrs. Height. Number 3. Turn your poem into a song or rap. Share a video of your idea with Mr. Weisbrot. And here at Woodcrest, we choose to be respectful, responsible, helpful, focused, and ready to learn. Thank you for your continued support. And don't forget to check out the Woodcrest Homework Helpline. The Homework Helpline is available daily between the hours of 11 and 3 o'clock. Have a wonderful week.